30 Tomahawk missiles, skimming inches above the sea, punching through Iranian defenses before dawn. At the same time, radar-evading bombers dropped 14-ton bunker busters built to crack mountains. This wasn't a simulation. It was real. June 21st, 2025. The night the United States obliterated Iran's nuclear sites in under 6 hours. But why now? Why with so much force? And what happens next? Stay with me, because the truth might not be what you expect. For the first time since the 1979 revolution, the US launched a direct military strike inside Iranian territory. 3 key nuclear facilities, Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan, were hit in a highly coordinated, multi-domain assault. We're talking stealth bombers flying nearly 40 hours round trip, submarines launching cruise missiles from thousands of kilometers away, and an entire region watching, holding its breath. In this video, we'll break down what happened that night, how the weapons worked, and what it all means for the future, not just of Iran, but of global conflict. Just past midnight, Iranian time, the operation began. 30 Tomahawk missiles were launched from a US Navy submarine deep in the Arabian Sea, likely the USS Georgia. Almost simultaneously, 6 B-2 Spirit bombers crossed Iranian airspace, undetected. Their targets were clear: the underground enrichment sites buried beneath mountains and reinforced concrete. 12 bombs hit Fordow. 2 more struck Natanz. Isfahan, a site known for processing and storage, was targeted with precision cruise missile strikes. Each asset had its role. Tomahawks knocked out air defenses, radar systems, and surface infrastructure. The B-2s went deep, taking out what no conventional weapon could reach. Locals near Natanz reported a deep, low-frequency rumble before sunrise, followed by complete silence on local military channels. By dawn, it was over. No U.S. aircraft lost. Iran, caught off guard, responded with confusion, and then fury. The Tomahawk cruise missile has been around since the 1980s, but what hit Iran was far from vintage. Today's Tomahawk is faster, stealthier, and smarter than ever. Weighing around 1,600 kilograms, it flies low, just 30 to 50 meters above ground, hugging terrain to avoid radar. It can travel up to 1,600 kilometers, hitting targets with pinpoint precision from beyond the reach of enemy defenses. Its guidance is where it really shines. Beyond GPS, it uses terrain contour matching and digital scene recognition. Some variants can even be redirected mid-flight, adapting in real time if a target moves or defenses activate. These aren't just missiles, they're robotic assassins. 30 of them opened the attack, and Iran had no warning. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for what's coming next. While the Tomahawks raced under radar, the B-2 Spirits flew high and unseen. These bombers took off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and flew more than 37 hours round trip to strike Fordow and Natanz. The B-2 is a marvel of modern engineering, nearly invisible to radar thanks to its shape, special coating, and low heat emissions. Its mission: deliver the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, a 13,000-kilogram bomb designed to smash through up to 60 meters of rock and concrete. Fordow, buried under a mountain, was believed to be untouchable. Satellite images taken after the strike showed a partial collapse of the mountain above the site. That's not a warning. That's a message. Now, let's talk about the part of the operation most people never saw, and may never fully understand: the U.S. Navy's invisible role. The likely launch platform for the 30 Tomahawk missiles was the USS Georgia, an Ohio-class nuclear-powered submarine that once carried ballistic missiles, but was converted into a guided missile sub. Hidden deep beneath the Arabian Sea, Georgia can carry up to 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles, more than enough to level an entire region's defenses without ever surfacing. On June 21st, she launched just a fraction of that power, 30 missiles, all within minutes, likely from vertical launch system tubes retrofitted specifically for fast and silent strike capability. From that distance, the Tomahawks took under 2 hours to reach Iranian territory, flying low over sea and desert, avoiding radar, and arriving simultaneously with the B-2s above. But Georgia didn't operate alone. The USS Carl Vinson, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier, was also deployed to the region. Known as America's 100,000-ton message, the Vinson brought with it a strike group including guided missile destroyers equipped with Aegis combat systems, Standard Missile-3 interceptors, and electronic warfare suites designed to jam or shoot down anything Iran might throw in retaliation, whether it came from the air or from land-based launchers. This carrier group likely played 2 key roles. First, it acted as a deterrent, sending a message to Iran: if you hit back, we're already here. Second, it provided a protective shield for friendly assets, especially Israel and the Gulf allies, during the critical hours after the strikes. And above all that, literally, was a fleet of U.S. surveillance drones. The MQ-4C Triton, a high-altitude, long-endurance drone, patrolled the airspace throughout the mission. It fed real-time video, radar, and signals intelligence back to commanders. Tritons can stay airborne for over 24 hours, covering thousands of miles of coastline and terrain, all while maintaining high-resolution surveillance. Combined with satellites, submarine sonar, airborne radar, and cyber support, this was not just a strike. It was a live, adaptive battlefield network. Everything communicated in real time. Every missile launch was tracked. Every response anticipated. In fact, by the time the first Tomahawk hit Iranian soil, U.S. forces already had eyes on potential retaliation points. And here's the part few talk about. This kind of naval footprint isn't just about missiles or aircraft. It's about presence. The Vinson and its strike group may stay in the region for weeks, maybe months. Submarines like the Georgia can operate unseen for even longer. Iran doesn't know when they've left, or if they ever did. That's psychological warfare, and it's just as powerful as any bomb. Within hours of the U.S. operation, Iran fired over 80 ballistic missiles toward Israel. Most were intercepted. A few landed. Damage was limited, but the message was clear. This was just the beginning. At the United Nations, tension spiked. Western allies urged calm. China and Russia condemned the strike. In the U.S., some lawmakers questioned the president's decision to act without congressional approval. Others called it a bold and necessary move. Behind the politics, though, the risks are growing. Iran still has regional proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon, militias in Iraq and Syria, and cyber capabilities aimed at infrastructure across the West. And maintaining this level of American military presence, stealth bombers in the air, carrier groups on alert, is both expensive and unsustainable in the long term. This was a show of power, but also a calculated gamble. June 21st may have set Iran's nuclear ambitions back, but it didn't erase them. The scientists are still there. The knowledge remains. And now, so does the anger. Red lines have been drawn. But they've also been crossed. Diplomacy will be harder. Retaliation is possible. And the smallest miscalculation could spark something much larger. And here's the question we all need to ask. Was this a necessary strike to stop a threat? Or did we just light the fuse of a much bigger war? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be covering what comes next. From oil markets to alliances to potential cyber retaliation. Thanks for watching, and stay sharp.